Damn, Hafid, thank you. Thank you for having an eye on this stuff. So now we're live on YouTube as well with sound, not just without sound. So thank you for that, because I'm already on 2 screens and both screens are split in the middle, so I cannot see all of it. Thank you for this. So anyhow, I really want to take an opportunity to thank the people who were most involved in this before we get into the program. So as obviously our partners representing here today, 010 app is Hafid. So thank you for that. But most and important of all, the people who actually worked on the magazine, because that was a lot of work. And I think the brightest stars on that are Maximilian and Astra Porcelain. So thank you again for all of your support, for all the work that you've done. This magazine wouldn't be a magazine without those people, right? Then, of course, from the team is also Shelpen. Thank you, Alexander. Thank you. There's also Shelpen, who's also here today with us on the panel. Then there is Chavo G, who we all know and value for the community guy he is, right? And well, who else? I think from the team, from the magazine team, that's mostly it. But I do want to thank also the people who supported us on socials, which are Kirsty Malloy and Isabel Ukush. They were the ones who, you know, spammed you guys with all the promotion about this event. So thank you for all that work as well. Yeah, so Shelpen and I, we've also worked on the Web3 learner journey. You guys might have come across it or already done it. So that's also something we want to bring a little bit more attention to, not just the magazine. And maybe in that sense of gamification, PinkCryptoBabe, can you just explain to people who haven't seen this how they can get the attendance badge today? Because you took some extra measures to put up a little game.
Yes, I already explained some of the visitors. Basically, to win the attendance badge, you have to collect the right numbers from the orbs and put them on the key board, which is at the portal. Then you have to take the pink key and put it in the door lock. And at this moment, you'll get the attendance badge. If you want to go further, to win a fashion avatar for myself, then you have to do the bold face pressing the purple firework. So, and if you have any questions, we have 2 instruction boards. One is next to the Wall of Fame, where Loa is dancing, and the other one is next to the gate, and there you can read the instructions as well of how exactly to receive the badge and the fashion avatar. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing this with us, because it's really nice that you set up this little game for all of us. So much more exciting than just getting the badge. And we're kind of getting ready to bring the attention to Carlau and the panel that we're going to have on today. You want to say hi and welcome everyone? You can unmute yourself. It should work, potentially. Oh, look at everyone who's there. Buenos dias. Hi, Dubstilo. Anna's here. Yeah. You should unmute. Can you not? Can you guys not hear me? You can hear me on here, no? Oh, right. You cannot double hear me. Can you hear me now? Okay. Now you can hear me on here. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Please go ahead and welcome everyone. And yeah.
Cool. I was trying to read your lips, but I don't know if I'm very good at that. But yeah, lots of coordination. Great job. I was just in the space. It looks great. That's how I was hearing what you were saying. And excited to see you guys. Normally we're like in Twitter, so I can't see your beautiful faces, or in this case, Hafid's beautiful mask. So
right.
I'm gonna get one of those.
Hello.
Looking high fidelity as usual.
Welcome,
Very
Astra
nice.
Porcelain.
Thank you.
This is also
good
one
to see everyone.
of
Yeah, and to see, like you said, like our faces. Because I mean, this is
Alana
coming to
magazine.
X. I'm not gonna call it X. I'm just
Hi, welcome.
the newbie. But yeah, they're gonna bring live stream to X, so I cannot wait to see you guys
Really?
there, because it's gonna be cool. Yeah.
We
All
don't
right,
hear
man.
you,
Yeah,
Stella.
we gotta choose our platform, I guess. It's like between X and spatial now.
So,
All right, so I think we can all unmute, right,
one
Stella?
of the
Thumbs
people
up.
Give
who
me,
has
give me,
written
give me a
lot of
second. I'm not
things
sure
We
if
in
still
the
can't hear
Alana
you.
PinkCryptoBabe is
You're more
talking.
You
So
silent.
I'm
muted
not
on mute,
sure if
Stella.
she can. Sorry. Give me a second. I want to catch up with PinkCryptoBabe if she can hear you guys or not.
Oh,
Okay.
PinkCryptoBabe, can you hear the panelists?
Test.
Could you hear them speak?
No,
You cannot?
no, we hear only you.
Oh, you guys
No.
only hear me. Okay, then. Okay, give me a sec. This is not an easy thing. It's not easy.
We are multitasking as always, but if you want to walk like a model, press P, and if you want to use this walk in other spaces as well, you can buy it from my shop. You can use it everywhere.
Oh yeah, she's managing everything. She cannot hear us in the live.
Oh, I hear you now.
Yeah.
I hear
Oh,
you.
they can.
Yeah, now she should hear all of us, not
Now
just
I
me.
can.
Okay. Okay, so let's try this again, guys. Lauren, you want to start again?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Sound is echoing. Test.
Let's go.
We're good.
Let me see the live.
Good to start. Great. Well, thanks for inviting me to interview and talk to you guys. It's been a while, and for those who haven't met yet, it's great to meet you and see your faces. We are undoxed now, except for Hafid. Hafid is half undoxed. But yeah, I'm excited to learn more about you guys, what you've done, especially how it relates to the launch party and the Alana project. So yeah, maybe we just want to start. I'm thinking we just kind of go around, do some brief introductions, and then we can, let's see. We just want to make sure the technical stuff is okay. Mic open, there's many echoing. Okay, hopefully it's all good still. Making sure everyone can hear me still. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we'll start with some intros, just go around, and then we have some questions for each of you guys, just to learn more on your kind of specific experience, like what you really bring within your skill set, what you enjoy, and then we'll end with just some group questions, kind of about what is the topic of the panel, which is navigating the new norms of creation. So definitely not an easy task. And as we are experiencing here, there's a bunch of different softwares, lots of different things to learn, which makes it exciting, but not always easy. So yeah, and maybe just a quick about me. I'm Kahlo. That's my digital alter ego. Even now you can see my physical face. I've been in Web3 fashion for about 4 years, but before that worked as a designer in the luxury industry, and I'm based in Paris. And happy to be here. So how about we just go around, maybe we start with Daria, and just, yeah, maybe want to share, like, how did you learn about Web3 fashion? And then, like, what's, like, your background? Like, where do you come from? Since we all have, like, a pretty broad range of skills is what is really cool about this space, and makes it really holistic. So.
Hello, everyone. Happy to be here. So I can call myself an artist. First of all, I have an artist background, and I've been experimenting a lot with clothes customization before I got into digital fashion. So it's like distressing clothes, painting on them, like cutting, applying some patches, all kind of stuff like with clothes. And how I learned about digital fashion. First of all, it was like first I discovered NFTs, and I started to buy NFTs, join Discord chats, and like chatting with people. And I began to spend a lot of time on Twitter. And I remember probably I saw a tweet of Steffi Funk, if I'm not wrong, and I was like, wow, like you can create such clothes, like it's something new. And I was so surprised, and I decided to try it out. And yeah, this is how it all started. And it's been just a year, a bit more than a year, and I'm so happy to be in this space. It's so supportive, and yeah, it's been amazing. like all kind of different events, challenges, competitions, all kind of opportunities. Like I will be featured in the magazine, like digital fashion magazine. How it could be possible in the real world, like, you know? So yeah, it's so exciting. I'm so happy. And that's like pretty much about me.
Awesome. I'll just go down the screen, but if you also want to unmic, feel free. Maybe Helen, you want to go next?
Oh, yes. Hi to everyone. I'm Helen. I'm a graphic designer with a background in 3D and an art educational that was burned out. And a person who used to sew clothes for all my dolls in the childhood. And so at one point, my knowledge and software and my childhood hobby came together, and now I create 3D clothes, jewelries, and digital art. I can't call myself like a CD generalist, but I have a set of specific skills that fit perfectly into my chosen field and allow me to create a beautiful project, as I hope. And now we're creating digital art, virtual jewelries, and clothing. I have several main themes in project, which are reflection, sensuality, and memory. And I try to explore in digital way the human memory and how experience and emotions affect the formation of personality and its future. And how I learn about Web3 fashion. As soon as I started working in digital fashion, I started looking for the ways how to sell and monetize my work in digital format. And I met a community of digital artists who was selling and well-known online marketplaces and exhibiting on the in New York Times Square. That it was, wow, are you seriously? Just some artist from some village from Ukraine can be presented in New York. And that's how I got into Web3 and blockchain. It was a really interesting discovery to realize for the first time that you can't find like-minded people give you fans not only your work, but also additional bonuses, the ability to put my digital clothes on their avatars. And so it was so excited. And yes, and so it was my way to Web3 and blockchain and digital fashion. Thank you.
Amazing. And that's great that you were able to take the burnout and turn it into something totally new. And like what you said around also Daria, around the like creativity, like you like undone before, and well as like how do you monetize it. So I was looking also through your link tree, and you have it really well set up on exploring those questions on how we start to do that in the new space.
Yes, so, I have work in a publishing house, very classical, and now yes, and it's funny, but it's our ways. No one knows well where we will be tomorrow.
Yeah, it's up to us to build it. Yep. So maybe then Hafid, you'd like to go next?
Yes, can you guys hear me? Awesome. Yeah, thank you for having me. My name is Hafid Reyes, Community Manager at 010. We are a technology company, so we develop right now, we're focused on AR solutions, AR try-on. Soon you're going to be able to have it, web. Right now we have an application for the phone where you can try all of these solutions. We also provide the AR mirror. That's like one of the most exciting things that I look into, like the AR mirrors, to have them in space. Yeah, excited to be here. I mean, it's definitely like the revolution for fashion and for tech, and everything is happening all at once in AI. But yeah, thank you for having me.
Amazing. Maybe Chopin, you want to go next?
Okay, hi guys. Can you guys hear me? Hi. So My name is Xiaopen. That's my online personality. I'm a creative writer, a poet. I'm into like literature basically and music, but like for the sake of Discord and Web3 and crypto, it's mainly just writing and creative writing. I'm still relatively new to like the crypto space and Web3 and the metaverse and all of this. Like it's a whole, like it's mind blowing and it's a whole new world for me. This will be like my second year so far. So I'm literally just starting the journey, and I'm honored to be in a space with, established people like yourselves. And yeah, I'm a member of the Alana project, and I started also this year. And the journey so far has been really, really, fun and challenging. Not challenging in a bad way, but challenging in a way that makes you improve yourself, kind of thing. So I'm still finding my footing, but so far it has been good, and it's really nice to see, the Alana magazine come to fruition the way it is currently, and I'm really excited to be here. Yeah.
Amazing. Great to meet you. And last but not least, Havo.
Hey, how are you guys? How you been? Can you hear me well? Yes. Well, my name is Javier Guzman, Javo G. I'm Discord manager at Dress6, and I've been in digital fashion since 2 years already. And I've been working a lot with the community. I've been making so many initiatives, collaborations, and many things that we have got on ever since. And I'm very happy to be here. All the work that we have made for the magazine and all the community that has been involved with it. So thank you very much, everyone, for being here, and thank you everyone in the panel, because it has been a great journey. And well, thank you very much. You will be seeing a lot of it for me too. Thank you.
Amazing. Great. Well, next, so yeah, we'll be chatting for about 20-30 minutes, go through some questions, put you guys in the hot seat, and then we'll just like wrap it up, I think, by you sharing more on your experience with the Alana project and the magazine, if you were involved with it. So first in the hot seat will be Shelpen. Are you ready? You pumped up? So Stella also actually helped me prep these, so we can give her some credit for that, for these questions. So yeah, we wanted to kind of learn more about your viewpoint, and that's why I also asked like your background to hear about like this kind of diverse perspective that we all bring to this new space. So you're, from what I understand, is more focused on writing. So within your process, how has it changed, like, since you started to kind of learn about like this new technology or blockchain? Like, are there certain tools that like you now incorporate, or any changes to your process compared to before?
Well, yes, but I will say it's not that easy to incorporate these things. But I think slowly, I'm slowly starting to get used to them. Like, first of all, I think having a crypto wallet, that was the first change, that was the first thing that I had to get when I joined the crypto space and all of that. So, and I use it relatively often because obviously you make transactions, you work, you get paid, that kind of thing. So yeah, I with time it has now become a normal thing. Same with other stuff like Notion, D work. Yeah, I don't use Notion as often because we don't use Notion in the Alana space like that. But I think D work is one where I was used to in the past, and Stella keeps hammering, put your task up on D work, put your task up. So yeah, I think that, and the technology is definitely fascinating, and it definitely is hard to get used to at first, especially if you're not, if you're just getting introduced to that kind of thing. But I think um the more you use, the more used to you get to the apps and to the technologies and the different things. So yeah, I think so far everything is starting to feel normal to me, and it becomes easier to use. You know how this works, you know how that works. You don't have to be jamming your head in the wall all the time. Yeah. And sometimes there might be bugs. It doesn't always like work 100% of the time, but okay, I can just leave it and come back, and it'll still work eventually. So yeah, at first at first it's not always so easy, but I think it's just like any other thing in life. You get used to it. So yeah, it's become relatively easier to use.
Got it. Yeah, thanks for sharing. And I think it's also like what we've all done is like being open. It's like first we're just open to a change, like whatever your motivation is, whether you're tired of your job or you're not getting the creative output that you wanted in what you were doing before. Kind of like seeing this new opportunity of like how to use these tools and integrate it into something new. And yeah, it's definitely great to find a community. So like the Alana project, where you can find others who can also support you going through these things, which aren't so easy. And also, yeah, Shelpan, you mentioned D-Work. So if anyone doesn't know, it's basically kind of like an on-chain project management tool, which is really interesting just because then there's really full transparency around like what people are doing. And then it's related to like almost value. So I hope, in the future, companies start to work more like this, not in a way of like, pushing someone like in a negative way and like showcasing it in a negative, but giving credit to where it's due. Stella knows this is definitely a topic for me, but great. Yeah. Another question for you as you're still in the hot seat. Excited to hear more about like how you've used your like role in storytelling in the metaverse, and if you have any like examples from working like in the Alana project, anything come to mind around that?
Okay, so I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it, but I have been contributing to the Alana's world. So it's basically a game about Alana and how she started her journey. So I think I wouldn't say I have been instrumental, but I have been contributing here and there, in writing the stories and coming up with ideas and all that. So I think creative writing definitely has a spot in the Alana project because it the Alana project is just huge, and it's not just tech, it's not just graphics, it's not just fashion, it's a story, and you have to write a story. So I feel really happy here. I feel really comfortable, and I have been able to contribute. Obviously, when it comes to the graphics and the designing and all that stuff, I take the back seat and I just, I'm happy to watch and just give my 2 cents here and there. But when it comes to the writing thing, or when it comes to like coming up with ideas and thinking of creative stuff, brainstorming, I'm always down 100%, and it's really cool. And yeah, it's been big and fun so far.
Amazing. And last question, on the topic of then Alana, right? Because it's around like a character, and that's like I think quite unique for a project, especially maybe one that merges like some kind of like brand, but then also ecosystem, and also challenges. Has that been helpful for you to have like a core kind of like a figure that then leads in the story?
Yeah, I will say that was actually what drew me to the Alana project in the first place, because I was actually on that back, just doing different tasks to get that back coins and all that. And I saw the Alana project on there, and I was like, "What's this?" And as I was doing the task, I was reading up, and it kind of just interested me, and I just joined the Discord server, and I found it really cool. So I think yes, having that one central character and having so many things built around them is a really innovative thing, especially in the Web3 space, because it's not just a project. It's a project, it's a company, it's a story, it's a person, it's so many different things to so many different people, and 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 it's like they have different goals, but the goals are aligned at the same time. So I just think as an ecosystem, it just makes sense, and the Alano project just makes sense to me in that way.
Thanks.
I think we should film a commercial with you representing. Great. No, it's really interesting to hear, right? Because like the writing side, right, behind it, since like it's also a very visually kind of maybe visual first project, but then that the writing really supports it and connects all these different aspects within the ecosystem. Thank you, Chauvin. You're out of the hot seat.
Thank you.
Yes. All right, next we have Hafid. You're next on my list. First question is, how does 010 app bridge the gap between traditional fashion and digital AR fashion wearables, and why does it matter? Ooh.
Oh, good question. Well, we're talking about the 010 app specifically. So I would say that, I mean, it does create a bridge. We all know that AR is kind of like the middle ground between physical and the digital world. Like you experienced this firsthand, like trying to learn how to digitize your garments from physical. And it was a pain, right? I mean, and it still is. And it's just not, I wouldn't say like it's like very scalable. So I think AR is just like easing the way into the, traditional brands and just traditional fashion, physical fashion. Let's just call it physical fashion, because traditional is like, I don't know. But yeah, like AR is definitely doing that. So we create that bridge between the traditional fashion designers to access the digital world. And I will say again, because like the app is just one way. Like you have the AR mirror, which is another one. Like we bring it to businesses, we bring it to retail. They're the ones also like pushing this tech. They're the ones being persuaded by it as well. Yeah, and I think all this matters because we're just merging those worlds. I mean, whether it's like video games, fashion, movies, metaverses in this case, like we are right now. And like I said, like those brands are being persuaded now with the technology, because the technology is here. It's now. Like they have very high standards, and yeah, they're not just gonna join any online platform. So we need to meet them where they are, and I mean also give that power to creators as well.
Good answer. And that leads me to my next question. How do you, like since AR, we still, I think, have like some way to go technically. Like, how do you like keep the quality matching to the needs of, let's say, the brands, right? Because brands are always comparing to physical. Like they have, this highest pure vision. And then when we try to adapt it to different spaces, we can have different constraints and challenges. Is there a way that you try to kind of mitigate that to maybe focus it on like interaction, or if it's like a replication? Any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, as much as I can say, there's always that need of, can you replicate this exactly in the digital world? And yes, we can, but sometimes why should we? Like, we can go farther than that, right? And that's when we explain it to them, like you can explore all of these other possibilities. Like you're not just constrained to the physical. That's why it's called augmented. It's mixed. Like we can do a little bit more. But yeah, sometimes like you said, the tech is not there, and we actually have to build it. Like some things, like with a couple of brands, they're the ones actually pushing the tech, which we really appreciate, because if we don't have it, like that's why we had to create our own. We didn't have that tech, so we just made it ourselves. And that's also, again, going back with the creators, we build the tech because the companies are asking for us to do it, and then we just give it to the creators, give it to everyone.
That sounds like an ideal scenario for the future.
Yeah.
Let's write it down. Make a business model. Great. And then I guess more in relation to like the launch party in the magazine, what would you say are the challenges and rewards of turning like traditional fashion editorials into this more interactive experience that can kind of adapt, and I don't know about change over time, but yeah, more experiential?
Yeah, definitely. I would say, again, with the toolings, like you need to find the right tool for what you're trying to do. I mean, you need to find it and then to learn that tool, learn how to use it. For example, for a traditional fashion editorial, I would recommend a tool that specializes in fashion, right? That the technology specializes in fashion, and it's just going to give you the best experience for the user as well. I mean, it's going to be enjoyable. But yeah, because I mean, the garments are literally going to come out of the pages, and then you're going to be able to wear them. It's similar to like why we moved to Discord, because we're talking about digital fashion and it's only voice. Like we need to augment that experience. Like let me wear the items live. Like Daria has been to the lives. I wear the digital dresses and everybody's having a good time. Like it's more, yeah, it's just a more enjoyable experience at the end of the day.
You're right, and integrating it, yeah, and also how you said before, like can be pushed, like to be more fantastical. If we are right in a digital only space, then we can push it and make it, also more memorable. I did some research on it was like AR, and like when you kind of integrate more of your senses into experiences, you have stronger memories, and then therefore memories maybe in a brand perspective leads to sales and like commitment and loyalty. So there's maybe another reason to
Definitely. And quickly adding to it, I was just thinking now that we're all like throwing up emojis, like with the new update on iOS, like any camera, we can just do this. And like that gives that extra step that is going to make that memory. Like, sure, I can click on the icon, but if I remember myself doing this all the time, like that, oh, it's actually working now. This is exactly what I'm talking about. So like now is way more interactive, right? So yeah, it's just like about the tooling, it's about the technology as well. But yeah, just excited. Just wanted to say that.
That was cool. Didn't plan that. All right, we'll do it at the end as well for like the big finale, you know. All right, Hafid, last question for you in the hot seat. Big question. How do you envision the future of AR wearables and their impact on the fashion industry?
Well, it's a bridge, but it's a push. That's the push that the fashion brands need today. I mean, they have high standards. There's a lot of craftsmanship that they need to bring into the digital world. Tech is a big part of it, just because of fidelity of things. But also, I mean, this is already impacting them. I think this is already happening because they see how much more they can get in the digital world. Like all the constraints from the physical are lifted, like materials, production. They're searching new experiences for the customers. Like you said, they need those memories to have sales. But yeah, I mean, it's all here today, and I feel like we can see its influences in like fashion shows, like the past couple fashion shows. They have definitely been inspired by the technology, by the AR world, by gaming. Yeah, and I just can't wait for everyone to just hop into this space. It's definitely not going to substitute the physical. Like the goal here is mixed reality, like exactly what we just did right now. Like that's the goal.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I wonder at what point we'll all be wearing, hopefully just contacts, not like these big, scuba scuba diving goggles. But yeah, because we're also in fashion, so we gotta find a solution.
Gotta look fashionable, yeah.
Yeah, we need cool masks. All right, Hafid, thank you for your hot seat contribution. We are now at Helen. So Helen, as a Metaverse fashion designer, how do you use AI art into your creations, and what possibilities does it offer you? Or anyone?
For me, AI is primarily a process of optimization. This is optimization tool. And I often create prints and textures for my projects, and also typically looking for new ways to solve a problem. My brain works based on my knowledge of the world. So sometimes I need to dust it off and shake it a little bit with the fresh solutions. Then I can apply my personal experience and create something new. So I constantly try to balance the contribution of others to the AI project with my own. And of course, I also use AI tools to check my posts in a non-native language, and which is critical for communication in our time. And for time planning, I also use a lot of purely technical tools, like upscales, like improving the quality ads, and AI helps to save a lot of time, and it's undeniable. And I like to give it all technical tasks that I don't like to do, or that task that could takes a lot of time to do. But the creative work I prefer to left for myself. So I give to the AI. So I give the AI possibilities to for me to find the new forms of creation and save my time. Yes.
Amazing. Yeah, and you said something interesting about like, I don't think we're gonna get, I mean, someone will get replaced by AI, but those who just don't know it, like, will get replaced versus like us needing to worry every day about this question of like our impending doom as creators of AI. And yeah, it's just what you said. It's like, how do we use our time in a way that makes our daily lives more fulfilling and more focused on like what we actually want to do and the impact we want to make. So yeah, I think it's great that you've figured out how to navigate the tools to do that. So great. Do you have like maybe a specific like design project where you've used it? And also like, maybe this is a different question. If you were able to like just train maybe Stable Diffusion or just like some artificial intelligence with your design aesthetic, like, is that interesting to you? Or does that then like cut into your desire of wanting to be mostly on the creation?
I have a lot of experience of such collaboration. And I like the way we could create some simple but creative animation. For example, it's very useful for a small project with a limited budget. For example, sometimes later I created some animation for my friends musicians. You know, they have not a lot of money and it's only for social media. It's a 1 second view. And it's not a reason to pay a lot of money for huge project of animation, but they give us the cool opportunity. And moreover, I tested a Reface app. That way I create my Instagram avatar. And it was an interesting experience because I found that Midjourney generates very typical beautiful faces. And if your face is not standard, the replace doesn't work correctly, you know? And so it shows the problem of the lack of inclusivity in AI. And I think it could be a problem in future due to the pressure of beauty standards and their transition to an even more unreal level. And also, recently I created a mini course on creating a digital fashion collection using AI. Out of 7 lectures, only last 2 or 3 were about AI. Because in other words, to get to the generation stage, a person has to create a picture in his head of what he wants to see, and only then come to AI for it. Otherwise, artificial intelligence can make your head spin with a perfectly beauty generation, you know, but it will not be what you really wanted. And not that you really were looking for. Again, this is my personal point. I'm a big fan of inclusivity and importance of personal experience in the creative projects. So I want to talk to a person. So I demand the same for myself. So I try to put AI or on the beginning of the process or to put it almost at the end. I use it for finding the ideas or to finish the ideas. So it helps me to balance and gives me the feeling that I've done a lot of to call it my work.
Yes, awesome. Yeah, great explanation. And I mean, you also brought up the potential risk, right? And I think risk that we don't know how like all these popular AI are being trained. And so I wonder then for the future what we can do. Oh, Stella raised her hand. That's all I can see. Yes, Stella.
I just wanted to say, because I know you guys cannot see necessarily everything that I see. So just wanted to say, Helen, there are many of your fans around, okay? There's like a lot of people here who are saying your work is amazing, your work is fabulous, right? I know you cannot see that. You will only be able to review that in the live stream. Just wanted to let you know there's a lot of love for you on all platforms right now.
Oh, it's very It's very pretty.
You're welcome.
Amazing. Yes, we have to wear your things next. next session. We'll dress for it. But yeah, like we were saying, is there something like, do you have ideas and like what we could do, like especially in our role as creators and also ones who are using this daily, building it, whether we're working, like are there ways that we could start to kind of fight that bias? Like would it be by feeding AI like more, I don't know, diverse offerings, or what do you think like can help to start to solve that problem of what we could do ourselves?
You know, we are accelerating like a crazy. This was the main trend of this year, but we did not have even time to implement the project that we generated. And nevertheless, another trend is emerging now, and I'm very happy to hear this, that generation is not enough for us now. And we are moving on, and this is great. I hope we will slow down a bit, and that more generated art will go further and just a picture on social media. And I'm happy when jewelry or clothes turn into some really physical things, you know. And I think this is the most perfect way to build something new on the base, to make the AI just technical tools and go more and than just a generation. If you create something real and something your, nobody couldn't say that, oh, it's just a tool. So yes, the creation process will never be the same. Sketches, textures, ideas finding, style, visualization, all of this has moved to a different format now. Only if you really love one of these processes, do you keep it. And everything you don't like to do, you can delegate. And I hope that we all love the process of creating the idea, and we will never delegate it. So in this way, we will never lose.
Amazing. Yeah, and I like that it's an interesting trend that you picked up on, that people are tired of Midjourney just being repeated on their feed. Like I notice now when I go to Pinterest, like it's all like AI generated, and yeah, it does lack something. Like it definitely feels right. I don't know about more bland or just more, you know, similar to each other, but yeah, so then maybe we just kind of become more and more curators and just maybe kind of the blend of like focusing on our skills and what we really want to learn, and then spending our time where we really want to spend it to work with the machine.
Somebody said some times ago that we come to a art singularity, and never will be something new now. So I don't think so. I just think that we should love what we do, and we should give it our experience to this, and everything will be cool.
And then AI takes over. Terminator. No, well, maybe. We don't know. All right. Helen, thank you for your insight. You are released from the hot seat. And then we have Daria on deck. Question for you is, how do you leverage social media and digital platforms to showcase your digital fashion designs to a global audience?
So yeah, I saw Stella mention me as a social media content creator, and I was like, wow. Not that I'm thinking that I'm content creator, but I've been experimenting a lot lately with different posts, with different videos like reels, and I really enjoy making them. And I think it's really important for everyone, like for artists, for digital fashion designers, to like showcase their artworks in the right way on social media. Because like without social media, it's hard to have some success, you know. Yeah, I've been following. It's important, to find the right strategy, and not that I'm solved the algorithm. I'm just in the process of trying to understand how the Instagram works and what kind of like reels to create, what kind of posts to make. But I think it's like your content should be engaging in some way. It can be fun. It can be, it should have some emotion. And also, like, it's important to follow trends, I guess, like on Instagram, so the algorithm can understand like what kind of content they create and what are the people who will want to see your content. So yeah, like probably every day I'm spending some time on Instagram. I'm looking at other creators, what kind of videos, posts they make, and I'm trying to, adjust some trends to digital fashion, because like unfortunately, digital fashion for now is not very well represented on social media, and sometimes it's hard to find just the digital fashion trend. So I'm trying to adjust, just fashion trends, like trends on social media, like people wearing some different clothes, or like before, after, or some kind of fun, interesting reels, and I'm trying to adjust them to digital fashion, or like. It's the same about I'm trying to show my process of creating digital fashion garments, again, in an engaging way. So it won't be boring, because the process of creating digital garment actually is very boring. So I'm trying to make it a bit more fun, a bit more like short, and like, look, I made it like in like 2 seconds, and like, oh, like it's cool, it's really cool. Oh, like such way. And I'm a huge supporter of AR fashion, and so I've been making a lot of reels like wearing AR clothes, and I love to make them. And I think that AR is like an utility, of digital fashion. It's like it's just, I can show the people that digital fashion is not only like beautiful picture or some beautiful art or animation. It's something which you can use. It's very useful. Like you can create cool content for social media. And I think it's very important to push this perspective so people can understand and see that digital fashion is not only some image or some video, but it can be useful. You can create cool content for you.
Great. Yeah. And it's interesting, like from all of our group here, we each have like a different approach, and like hearing more about your, maybe you didn't initially think of yourself as like a content creator, but then it seems like you wanted to find a way to like bring more visibility to digital fashion, maybe like in a sense that it's as important as physical, like kind of, and maybe that was a reason of like, because you were designing it, so you wanted to also maybe interact with it and have it be seen and understood, even, because still.
I think I want to like to show people that it's digital fashion is not what you think. Like, it's not boring. It's not something which, like, why I need it, why I need to buy it, for example, or why do I need it? Like, I'm trying to show it to people in some way.
Amazing. Yeah, because then if you you're on Instagram every day, is there something that like one of your posts that have been especially popular? Like, have you noticed like a certain format that's working, or a specific post you had?
As I said, I'm trying to follow the trends, I think that my like trying on AR clothes like get more attention, because like I can show myself, I can engage with my emotions, and it's really fun, so such reels, they get more views and more likes. But it's important to follow the trends. I think for the Instagram algorithm, it's important to follow the trends. But as I said, it's like I'm trying to adjust all the trends to digital fashion, because there are no such specific digital fashion trends, or like just a little of them. So I'm trying to adjust to make it like digital fashion version of the trends.
Yeah, it's really smart. And I think it also, like gives it the same validity. And then it also makes it so people can understand it. So if they understand fashion, that it creates also, I think you said before, Hafid, a bridge. And so now it's the same idea. It's just the same form of expression. It's just a different format. It's just as valid. Great. All right. Last question for you in the hot seat. is could you describe your journey from creating digital fashion to contributing AR wearables to ALANAmagazine?
Do you want to talk about AR, or how was the whole, like, the story of my submission?
Yeah, just like maybe an example of your process of just creating with preparing things for the magazine.
Okay, so first of all, I created I was experimenting with AI and trying to generate some designs, and then I was inspired so much by one jacket which AI helped me to generate, like to show me the design. And then I created a digital version of the jacket, and I submitted it to magazine. And then I got an email from Stella, and she said, "Okay, you will be featured in the magazine." I was like, "Wow, cool!" I was so excited. And then Stella wrote me that can I send like all the necessary files to the 010 team so they can make an AR version of the jacket. And I said, let me do it myself, because I was in the process of learning like how to optimize clothes for 010 platform, and it's like very complicated process. You need to create a low poly garment, and I was thinking that, like, I'm trying to learn, so let me better do it myself. So yeah, it wasn't actually very hard to create a low poly version. It's not a very complicated like jacket in terms of like pattern, but at the same time, I like the textures of the jacket are hand painted. I create them like with brush. So I was thinking that maybe I will make it better than the 010 team. So yeah, I created the AR version, and now you will be able to try on the jacket, which will be featured in the magazine. So yeah.
Amazing. And soon we will see the results.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, we are getting to our time. I'll just ask quick question. Just run it around, everyone. And Havo, also you add your thoughts in as well. Really happy to speak with you and learn more about your backgrounds. Like we said in the beginning, like it's really interesting how it's just such a multifaceted culmination of industries that come together, which can be tricky to navigate, but I think it will leave us in a place that's a lot more balanced and interesting and inclusive. So the last questions for everyone here. Why did you choose to join or contribute to the Alana project? And then how can people connect with you? And what is like one thing they should ask you? So that's kind of like 3 questions. First, I'll say it again. Why did you choose to join the Alana or contribute to the Alana project? Second is, how can people connect with you? And like, what's like something they should ask you when they reach out? Whoever wants to go.
How about you go?
Hey, this feels like the real hot seat, that question. I think you were warming them up before, isn't it?
This is a real hot seat. Okay, I'll go across. No pressure, guys. Simple stuff. Havo, you want to go first?
Yeah, sure, of course. Well, one of the reasons that I joined the Alana community is because all the developments that are happening right there is one of my biggest push that I got into getting into Alana, because you don't find many of these things that is happening there. You don't find it on many places. You don't find all the knowledge and the sharing of the tools and everything, the technology and how to understand it, because you can find a lot of places where you can dig this information, but not in an easy way so you can understand it. So this is one of the reasons that I got there, and I kept working with Stella, and she's an amazing developer, and I think she's gonna be making great things too. So I'm working with her along. And which was the other question, sorry?
How can people connect with you? We can forget the last question.
Okay, well, how people can connect with me? Well, you can send me a DM. My DMs are always open. I'm always answering to them. You can reach out to me on DressX Discord, or you can reach out to me directly, Twitter, Instagram. I'm always checking on all of them, LinkedIn. So I'm a very accessible person. You just need to reach out, and whatever you need to talk to me or want to say to me, I'm open to everything. Thank you, guys. What was the last one? We did forget about it, isn't it, or not?
Yeah, we can forget about it.
Okay. Oh, who's in the hot seat right now?
How about we go back to Daria? Do you remember the questions, Daria?
Why I decided to contribute to ALANAmagazine? Because it's so exciting. It's like something so interesting. It's it's a huge step for like the whole digital fashion community. Like this project and the magazine, it's like, and to be part of it, it's very exciting, So yeah, it wasn't just a thought by I just saw the opportunity. I have such a rule right now. If I see some opportunity, I'm just there. I'm going. And any event, any challenge, anything. So I'm trying like all the ways. And when I saw like a call for submission that you can be featured in magazine, I was like, wow, why not? This is a great opportunity for everyone. So that's why I decided to contribute. What was the second question? How can they connect with me? Like through the DM, for sure, on Discord. I'm spending some time on 010 Discord. Yeah, through DM on Instagram, on Twitter, for sure. And people can ask me? What was the third question?
Oh, you want the gold star? You want extra credit?
They can ask me like anything, but I don't. But I can say that, but they shouldn't ask me. Like some questions, like how to use Blender or how to create garment in Marvel Designer, because like all the things you can find like on YouTube, you can watch tutorial, So such questions I don't like, but all other questions they can ask.
Perfect. That's good advice as well. So do your own research, join the project, and learn yourself.
First.
All right. How about Chopin? How about you? Last words.
Okay. So the reason I decided to contribute to the Alana project was because, like I said, I saw all these things and I was, fascinated. And something I forgot to mention earlier was the Alana project is not just centered around Alana's character. It's about using Alana as a medium to teach people about Web3 and the crypto space and the metaverse and all that. So it's not just about Alana, it's about enlightening the Web2, or people that haven't seen the light, so to speak, telling them about it and showing them that it's not that hard. You can do this, you can do that. So it's not just writing a story, it's also teaching, education. And that's one of the things that I found really exciting about. And that's one of the reasons why I joined the Alana project. And I have been able to do that, like help out with the Learner Challenge, the Co-Creator Challenge, and obviously the Builder Challenge soon. And yeah, I joined the Alana project because I had something like this, like an idea, like the Alana project in my head, but I couldn't see how that would be possible. So seeing it happening kind of just blew my mind, and I'm like, I'm here. And I kind of just want to write it out and see how big, because I know it's going to be big, how big the Alana project is going to be in the nearest future. So yeah. And for those who want to reach me, they can reach me on my socials, on Discord, anywhere basically that I'm on. I'm not really a social media person, but I do be checking the DMs and stuff. So I would definitely see your message if you send me a message, and I would definitely reply, as long as it's not spam. Don't spam me. And yeah, you can ask me any questions.
All right, no spamming Chopin, everyone. But great answer for the first question. All right, we got our last two, Helen and then Hafid.
I like Alana project because it's like fairy dust but with vitamins. it's very bright, excellent, it's very shiny, but it's very useful for brain and for health and for everything, you know. Because it's I see a lot of different activities and challenges that are aimed at education people about Web3, about digital fashion, about personality, about how to keep this personality in a new world. And I think it's very great and very important now. You know, it's for health, but it's like a vitamin, like a beer, you know.
Still, I hope you're writing this down.
Yes.
It's really good.
And also, you can find me everywhere. I think I'm still alive in almost all social media, and you can ask me everything, I think.
All right, Helen is open. Great. All right, Hafid, it's up to you to wrap us up.
Oh man, such a honored but yet difficult and nervous task to do. Well, when I say we, 010, and then I is me, Hafid Reyes, you know, we joined Alana because, you know, we were given the opportunity, we were given the honor, honestly, because they reached out to us and like Shelfin said, like it makes sense. Like the things they're building, they're greater than just a magazine. It's an ecosystem. It's something bigger than like us, right? So it really is like a no-brainer. Like, I mean, and honestly, you guys did most of the work. Like all we asked for is like low poly optimized items, and that's all we need. Like everything else, it's a yes from us, but just making sure that you have that, and we're gonna say yes. So again, we joined because they asked us, and for us, it was like an automatic yes. I joined Alana because, I mean, I've known Stella for a while. Like we went through some communities together. Yeah, but from the beginning, like we're all trying to achieve the same thing. Like at the end of the day, it's the same thing, and this is exactly what Alana is, what Stella is building of Alana. Again, it's something greater than us. Like we definitely have to move together when we join this community, and there is no other way. Also in Web3, that's why it's called decentralized. So just imagine us like moving together like on a mesh. You know, I know that's like a very 3D thing to say, but like we're not a mesh if like some of the vertices or points just like go away. Like we have to move together. There's gonna be a hole in the patch, right? So yeah, that's why I personally, like up to this day, I still look up to the community. I look up to all of you guys. You know, Stella for always pushing this. Like is very inspiring.
That was a good conclusion. Last is, we are a mesh. Let's be a mesh. New
Let's
hashtag.
be a mesh.
Be a mesh.
We are a mesh. I will never forget that one. And there was some really great commercial content, which I didn't expect today. So thank you guys for that. Lauren, do you want to say a few words before closing the panel?
I think I'm pretty good. I think today is about showcasing you guys and talking about the magazine. So
yeah, I really like. I will take the word from you. So first of all, I want to thank Lauren for hosting this panel. It was kind of like a short notice request, so I really appreciate it. I also want to thank you guys that you came here, right? I don't take this for granted. So thank you so much for joining. Thank you for sharing your expertise. I think this is also what Hafid means when he says like moving as a mesh, right? The more we share, the more we exponentially grow the space. To yet put another math reference in here. I don't know what's wrong with us today. Anyhow, I think this is really great. And all of you come with your, I've seen a lot of people in my life so far because I've come around quite a bit, and it's nothing else has impressed me more than the people in this space, honestly. All of you have your expertise, but you're open to collaborate, try new stuff, are not afraid of it, right? And I think this is what the space stands for. Like we're breaking new frontiers, new ground, right? Pete, don't make me more nervous than I already am. But this is quite exceptional. So thank you so much, and thank you for contributing to the magazine. Like I said, we're in the last stages of proofreading, making this even better. So bear with us. We're gonna make sure we bring this magazine to you the contracts are set up, everything is there. So now it's just a matter of really putting this on chain. And like I said, we want to give you a really good experience. So bear with us for a little while longer. For those of you who want to join tonight, would be great. It's an entirely different panel. It's an entirely different format of a lounge party. We're going to talk gaming and music, hosted by Maximilian. So for those of you for who it will not be too late, I really invite you to join. By the way, all of these topics, they are obviously very much related to the magazine. So everyone you're going to see here on the panels, they took part in making this magazine what it is, right? So all of the guys here submitted. Many more did submit. We tried to capture all of them in the trailer. I hope we managed. And yeah, PinkCryptoBabe, I'm gonna hand it over to you so you can close the space, because thanks to PinkCryptoBabe, we have this beautiful pink space that we're holding the launch party in. You guys know pink is my favorite color, so this is it's the perfect space from my view. So PinkCryptoBabe, you're still with us. You want to say a few words?
Yes, I am. Yeah, pink resonated directly. Well, I would like to thanks everyone who is in the space, and everyone who didn't get a badge. This space will have this interior and the possibility to earn the badge
I think she's
until
not in the call.
Wednesday. I think someone is speaking also live, but then you can earn the badge and the fashion avatar. And I would like to thank Stella and the Alana team for keysing for my space to launch this incredible project. So yeah, thanks a lot, guys, and see you soon.
Thank you so much, PinkCryptoBabe, also for hosting this space. I see hopefully a few of you later, but for now, goodbye. Goodbye.